Good morning and welcome back to Planet Doug 360. I'm on my way to the Sunday morning market here in Mesot, and we might have a dog on my left. Classic Mesot dog, they just hate pedestrians. They like you when you're on a scooter, but they don't like you when you're walking, that's for sure. But at least he was behind a fence and he couldn't get at me. And I saw him ahead of me barking at someone else, so I was prepared for that moment. But anyway, I'm on my way to the Sunday morning market here in Mesot, and my plan is just to shoot a couple of simple, experimental 360 videos. This one, as I'm walking to the market, and then one or two maybe when I get to the market itself. And I still have the same limitations that I've had, that I talked about in previous 360 videos, in that I don't have any software up and ready to go that can clip and like trim and edit various 360 videos and put them together into one video. So I have to turn on the camera, or at least my goal is to turn on the camera, shoot video for like 10 minutes, and then turn it off, and that's the video. I'm stuck with whatever I get during those 10 minutes. I can't take the best of different clips and put them all together, you know. I haven't reached that level yet in my 360 life. It's interesting, the reaction that I'm getting from, you know, some of the viewers out there on some of the 360 videos I posted. Some people love them. I personally really like 360 video now. I'm quite enjoying the experiment. So some people also kind of are reacting to the videos in the same way that I am. It's like, wow, it's kind of neat that I can look around inside the sphere, you know, that I'm moving through. And you can look in any direction you want. Like right here, I'm at the Mesot canal system, and you can look at me if you want. You can look down at the canal. Some men over there pumping water out of the canal for some reason. You can look behind me and watch that guy go by on the motorcycle. You can keep an eye on the dog back there, who's a typical Mesot anti-pedestrian dog. And I kind of like that. I was chatting with a few friends of mine about this whole 360 experiment, and I was saying that I started watching YouTube travel videos with a new perspective, because I'm watching this travel video where someone is driving their motorcycle through the mountains of Taiwan, for example, and it's an area that I'm very familiar with, so I'm really interested in looking around. And I've been using 360 video myself so much, I instinctively reach up to the screen of my laptop or my phone, and I try to move the view because I want to see what's on the side. I want to look at all the scenery, but it's a regular fixed angle video, a 2D video, so I can't do that. And now I find it really frustrating. It's really kind of weird. I've only been doing 360 for a few days, in fact, and now when I see regular video, it seems almost quaint, kind of primitive, and I'm like, I wish I could move the camera around because I want to see what's going on all around this person, but I can only see what that person chose to point their camera at, and that's all I can see throughout the entire video. And that can be a good thing. It means you don't have to choose as a viewer what to look at. You don't have to do any work, and it's up to the video maker to choose where the camera is pointing, and that kind of makes sense. You know, that's in a regular movie theater. You watch a movie, you don't want to aim the camera. That's the job of the director, the cinematographer, and the editor. They're the professionals, and they're choosing what to show you so that they think the movie is more interesting and more entertaining. You know, leaving you to control the camera movement in a movie would be kind of silly in a way. But for a YouTube vlog like this, a simple little video, you know, from time to time I can see it being kind of interesting. Anyway, I'm walking along the canal here, and I know from experience that the section of canal sidewalk ahead of me comes to a dead end. So if I walk down that way, I can't continue. So I've got to get off the canal here and go down this little dog leg on a street and then get back onto the canal. Because I like to follow the canals, you know, if I can, to move around Mesot. Find it an interesting shortcut. But something else that I've learned about 360 video that I really wasn't aware of before is that you can always do both. The camera is recording 360 video all the time. That's what it's doing. It's pulling in the entire world and recording it as video. It's recording in all directions all the time. That's just what the camera does. But then once I put that video onto my computer or onto my phone, I have a choice. I can go in two different directions with the same video. I can just take it exactly as it is, put it on YouTube as a 360 video, and I don't have to do any editing at all. I record it in 360, I upload it, and then anyone watching the video would then choose the camera angle at all times during the video. But you don't have to do that. You can also take that 360 video, pull it into the Insta360 app or program, and then I would choose all the camera angles. I would do what they call reframe the video, and once it's reframed, then I export it as a regular 2D video where I've chosen the camera angle throughout. So even when you're using a 360 camera, you're not committed to posting 360 video. You're committed to editing 360 video, but I can post it as 360 or I can post it as regular video. It's up to me. So it's a little bit like the video is like a raw material. I was thinking of it a bit like clay. Like if you're a sculptor and you have like a big pile of clay and you can shape that clay into anything you want, that's what this 360 video is like. So I can record all this 360 video, and that's my raw source material. And then from that, I can build anything I want. And of course, what I was thinking was, you could even post the same video twice. So for example, I could create a Planet Doug 360 channel on YouTube, and I could take this video of me walking along the canals, on my way to the Sunday market. So I'm going to extend my selfie stick out as far as I can, put it out over the canal, and you get the full 360 view of what the Mesot canals look like. Or you can look at me, do whatever you want. But what I could do with this video is, I gotta pull it in here so I don't hit a lamppost. I can just post it as a 360 video on a 360 channel, but I can also very quickly reframe it and then post it as a regular edited video. Best of both worlds, So, yeah, that's kind of interesting. Oh, I've got a jungle barrier ahead of me there. Had to bend down to get underneath this. And actually, when I think about it, those are only two options. There's a third option. I can take any one of these 360 videos and also run it through one of the many Insta360 programs. They keep them in a place called Shot Lab, but then they seem to call them themes. So the Shot Lab is full of these themes, which they say is kind of run by an AI, and then you can run your video through this theme, and the AI will do all kinds of fancy things to it. Speed it up, slow it down, spin the camera angles, or a whole bunch of other different things, depending on the theme. So yeah, you can, as I said, shoot the video, then you can post it as a 360 video, you can post it as a regular video where I reframe it, or you can post it as a special effects Shot Lab video. You can do anything you want, which I find really interesting. So I'm getting closer to the Sunday morning market. We've got a couple of fishermen here. He has one of the crossbows, kind of a homemade. I should probably speak quietly so I don't scare the fish. And the other guy, he has a, maybe he has a line? Oh, maybe he's just, I think the other guy is just keeping the fish in a net that has already been caught by the crossbow. So I guess the guy with the net is sitting far away from him just to stay quiet and not disturb the fish. So that's why I decided to move along and yeah, give them some space. It's really interesting. In a million years, I never would have come up with this idea or this thought that people would be sitting, 15 feet above a river and shooting fish with a homemade spear gun. I think of spear guns as being used underwater, if you're scuba diving or something like that. So this is kind of an interesting idea. And based on the number of fish that the guy has in the net, he's accurate. He hits a lot of fish. So I don't know if I've been talking for 10 minutes or not. Probably a little bit longer than 10 minutes. But as I said, because of my software limitations at the moment, I have to just stop this video. And wherever I stop right now, that's going to be the end of it. I've almost come to the end of this section of canal. Let's see. I'll move the camera ahead of me just to provide a different angle, even though it really makes no difference because the 360 video is capturing every angle. But the Sunday morning market is just around the corner at the end of this section of canal. So I will stop this video and then take a look inside the market. I have to set the exposure for this camera carefully, I've discovered. The auto exposure does not adjust very well to different light conditions, I'm finding. So when I go from outside into the market building, the exposure is going to change dramatically, and I have to kind of do a test and see, what the exposure should be. So right here, right around the corner is the bus market and the bus station and the Sunday morning market. And yeah, I'll see you in the video I shoot in the market.